welcome to your Thursday morning yoga class. I hope you're all hopping on in Facebook or Zoom. Boom, boom, I got double screens going on as usual. And I'm asking you, if you're over there on Facebook, leave me a message, tell me you're out there. I would love to know who this is reaching. Also, I am still taking them off of Facebook and putting them on a YouTube page that is open to the public. So as you see them disappear, since they're only on Facebook for a month, you can always find them back in the archives in the YouTube. So reach out if you need help figuring that out. That being said, this practice is going to be another great all-around practice. So go ahead and get yourself situated. If you're new to this page, welcome. As usual, I invite you to sit with a long, tall spine, taking these moments before we begin our movement practice to settle in, to let your mind, body, and soul arrive in this moment with the gentle reminder to be present. This breath, in the next, not missing our lives by staying up in our busy brains, instead fully experiencing every day, every moment. The quickest ways to come into this moment to presence is through the body. Noticing sensation, noticing breath. Becoming curious what you can feel right here, right now. Inviting you to use that simple mantra, be here now. As you relax mind and body, I'll go ahead and read a poem, again from What's True Here by Dana Falls, another yoga teacher. Permission to be free. A slow and steady flow of breath focuses awareness. As inner concentration grows, a hidden landscape flows into view. Sensations, emotions, thoughts, and what lies beyond all these. The source of light and energy comes clear. Steadiness and ease are key, and so is permission to be free of rules and old beliefs. It takes years of discipline to know what rules to break, what ritual to upend next, and when simply sitting with a quiet breath is the best step I can take. Sitting with a steady breath. That breath that's always here for us to connect with. Once being said, let us connect those three breaths to start our practice. We inhale through the nose and exhale as if we're blowing out a candle. Long, slow inhale. And long, slow exhale. One more like that. With that next breath, we open our eyes and lift our arms to the sky, reaching up as if you have a beach ball between the hands, dropping the shoulders, stretching up through the fingertips, and exhaling, letting the hands come down. Again, we reach up, and we exhale. Connecting movement with that breath. We inhale. Let's reach our thumbs back, arms straight out, and exhale, round the back. Thumbs connect and hands point down. Flipping the palms, inhale up and out, straight out. Eyes can gaze up. Exhale, round that back and bring the thumbs together, palms down. Again. Slowly waking up the back as we connect with our breath. One more like that. And this time after the exhale, reach the hands forward and roll over the knees. Go ahead and rearrange yourself on the mat if you need to. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Inhale, we look up, tailbone reaches up, belly drops. Exhale, round the back. Top of the feet push into the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, round. So familiar, so powerful. One more like that. Playing with sets of 5. Meet me in a neutral spine, right foot back, left hand forward, and we lift and hold. Let the eyes gaze forward past the fingertips. Feeling the strength of that core and back muscles. And then let's bring it in, knee and elbow, cactus, and out. Inhale out, exhale in. One more. Extend and set it down and undulate that spine. Back to extension. Find your left leg out, right hand forward, thumb up, and then lift and hold. And then eyes gaze forward. And don't set it down. Exhale, bring knee and shoulder back, and inhale out, exhale, crunch. But we're crunching up to the sides. Usually we crunch underneath. One more. Extend and set it down. Shake out the head. Undulate the spine from tailbone to the crown of the head. Giving the time for the spine to wake up. Go ahead and tuck the toes and lift the knees. Hovering here for 5, 4, heels up, 3, 2, 1, then belly to thighs, reach those hips up, still on the balls of the feet. Maybe a little bounce, a little stretch as the head drops between the upper arms, and then pedal right heel down, left heel down, right heel down, left heel down. And then both heels down, 10 toes up. And if they don't reach all the way down, And that's fine, just have them moving in that direction. Stretching out that Achilles in the back body. Staying with that rhythmic breath. Here and down. That simple mantra. Come up on all 10 toes, balls of the feet, and back down. Look up this time, come up on all 10 toes, and then walk, step, or jump to that spot. Bend the knees deeply again, belly glues to thighs, drop the head, grab the arms, hanging here, opening the shoulders, the neck, and then shine the bottom to the sky as you come into forward fold. Roll it on up. Crown of the head lifts. Hands drop by the side. Roll those shoulders down and back. Mountain pose. Turning it into a sun salutation 8. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Hands can slide up to shins or reach back. Forward fold. Hands touch the ground. Bend the knees. Walk or step back to that plank. Hold here. Shifting forward and back. Forward and back. Rolling the toes and the ball of the foot until we come forward and slowly lower. Belly to earth, tops of the feet release. Up for cobra and down. Up for cobra. Roll those shoulder blades down and back, squeezing and down one more time. Cobra and down. Tuck the toes, push up to plank, and straight to downward dog. Pedal it out. From here, place the right elbow down, the left elbow down. Forearms flat on the floor. And walk the feet forward if you can. We're doing this pose to really bring strength into those shoulders. So stay with it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Backed up to regular downward dog. So look forward. Walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands touch. Back bend to the heart. Mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walker step. Chaturanga. Slowly lower. Cobra or up dog. Back to down dog. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Back bend. Heart. Mountain pose. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walker, step back. Slow chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's go back to forearms we're going to do a three-legged dog here. So right foot up, left foot in the middle. This is getting you ready for forearm inversions. Then right foot down, left foot up. And both legs in the middle and back up to downward dog. Nicely done. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step or jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. This time, bend the knees, drop the hips back, keeping knees over the feet. Lift your heart and come up for chair. Make sure your tailbone is tucked. There's a tendency to want to stick it up. Sink a little lower, eyes gaze forward. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Back to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog and down dog. So we're doing just variations of sun salutation A, then sun salutation B as our warm-up. It is always a good place to start for any day of practice. There are reasons why these are the classics, and then you can create your own variations at home. Right foot to the sky. Three-legged dog. And then let's bring that knee up to the top of the mat. Runner's lunge. Eyes gaze forward. Find the twist for right hand up. Right hand down. Come on up for a high lunge. Both hands up. Strong back leg. Sink a little lower. Hands come down. Step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot to the sky. Left foot top of the mat. Low lunge, heart reaches forward, hips drop. Then left hand to the sky for twist. Drop that hand. Come on up for a high lunge. Hips drop, back leg strong. Smile on the face. Hands come back down. Step back. Big toes together. Roll to the right. Left hand up. At the foot. And down. Our right hand up. Right hip up. At the foot. If you want. And down. And then let's put the knees down, hips back, child's pose. Coming back to an intention. Remembering here now is always great. Two more breaths here. Look between the hands, sliding the chest forward, come through to belly. And before we go further, we're going to reach hands back, forehead to the earth, And then we're going to reach hands up, chest up, and add the feet if you want. So fingertips are actively reaching back, shoulders roll back, heart is lifting, heels are lifting. Lift them a little bit further up and set it down. Drag the hands up next to the ribs, elbows up, tuck the toes, coming back to plank and back to down dog. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step or jump. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Every forward fold a little bit deeper. Drop the hips. Back to chair. This time with chair, we'll bring our hands to our heart. Find the twist to the right. Front palms are pressing together. Right elbow lifting. And back to center, opposite side. And back to center, hands up, hips back, and forward fold. This time, we'll mix it up a little from here. Instead of putting in yet another chaturanga, let's lift right foot to the sky for standing splits. Right toes lifting up, crown of the head down. And then let's reach chest up, hands back for warrior three. Then from warrior three, we're going to step back, heel down, warrior one. Mixing up the order we do things can be fun. And drop the hips. Here's a great practice is to drop the right hand and then reach with that right hand so this right hip comes forward. And then lift it back up. Drop the hips a little more and turn to warrior two. Hips turn to the side, arms spread wide, belly pulls to spine, left knee's tracking toward the pinky toe. Not turning in, the legs are strong. Reverse that warrior. Side angle. Drop that right hand. Left hand and right hand comes up and over. Right hand lifts up. Straighten out that left knee. And you'll find yourself in triangle. Then you can put your eyes back at this right thumb. Eyes gaze back down. Drop the right hand. Hop don't pop the heel. Let's use a block here to get better alignment and reach left hand up for a twisted triangle. Keeping my right heel down. You decide what side of the block to use. Eyes gaze back down, switch hands on the block. So now we're putting the block in our left hand. Gaze in front of that left foot. Step up and find half moon. Eyes gaze up. Here in half moon, feel free to grab that right foot. And then back up. And step back and find yourself in warrior two. Hold there. My computer was saying something weird. In warrior two, cartwheel those hands. Pop the right heel. Step back. Chaturanga. Inhale up dog. exhale, down dog. Pedal it out in down dog. And then we'll go to the other side. Hoping I can remember. Inhale, look up. Exhale, box step or jump. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And this time we reach the left foot to the sky. Standing splits. Drop the head. Keep reaching with that toe. From standing splits, we went to warrior 3. Hands back. You can do airplane. Hands back or hands forward. Hips are level. Heart's reaching forward. Heel stretching. Then step back to warrior 1. Hands come up, heel comes down. Drop the hips. Reach that left hand forward to pull the left hip forward. Then reach it back up. From warrior 1, let's go to warrior 2. Arms spread wide. Check your position of your knees. Check that your back leg's strong. Sink a little deeper. Relax the shoulders. Reverse that warrior. Left hand back. Right hand up and over. Stretching the side body. Eyes can look up at that right hand. Cartwheel the hands, the right hand down. Left hand up and over for side angle, stacking the hips. Left hand reaches up, right leg straightens for triangle. Eyes gaze down, left hand sweeps down to find a block. Maybe adjust that stance if you need to, and then right hand comes up for twist, a triangle. Eyes gaze down, switch hands with the block. Our right hand now is on that block. We're looking at a space 6 to 12 inches in front of that right foot. We launch ourselves up to find ourselves in half moon. Even though I think it's a full moon today. You have the option of bending the left knee and letting that left hand find the foot. Little back bending. Coming back, open, and then step back for warrior 2. Sink the hips. Cartwheel the hands. And step back. Lower down, belly to the earth, and hold. From here, let's bend both knees. Boop, boop. Reach the hands back. If you cannot reach, that's fine. Then do this one, Superman. If you can, grab the feet at the ankles or the feet, then push the feet into the hands. Lift the chest, lift the heart, nose. And try to keep the thighs parallel. There's a tendency that they go out. Gently keep them closer together. And when you're done, land back on the mat. Stack your wrists and pause. Rock your hips back and forth to release that lower back. Come back to this breath. Here. Now. Let's do a shoulder opener while we're in this position. Let's reach both hands forward on the mat. Then we're gonna take the left hand and reach it underneath the armpit and then palm up. And then I think last time I had you do this, I had you bring the right knee up. Let's mix it up and bring the left knee up. So a half frog leg. With a big shoulder opener. And bring that left leg back down. Untwist, left hand reaches out, right hand goes under, palm up. And then, if it feels in your range, bring that right knee up for frog leg on that side. A lot going on in the hips and the shoulders. But now in a passive way, passive stretches. Straight that right leg. Undo the right hand. Then spread the hands out to the corners like in a V shape. Pull them slightly towards you. And then lift the heart. So it's a cobra with arms wide. And set it down. Put your arms in cactus arms. And then see if you can bring the knees up for frog legs. You might need to put a block under the pubic bone to get a little more room there, or a bolster for the complete frog. The arms are cactus and the legs are frog. Take the time to get yourself situated. One more breath here, then go back to pencil, meaning the both feet are parallel, reaching back and hands over the head, reaching forward. Just give it a passive stretch without lifting. Drag the hands back by the ribs and come on up to all fours. Tuck your toes. We're going to walk our hands back to a yogic squat. Lift your heels. Place your hands, and this is the chance to stay in yogic squat on heel or on your balls of your feet to strengthen the feet, or go ahead and come into crow. If you're in crow, the knees rest on the upper arms. The feet lift. You can lift one and then the other or both. And then set it back down. I'm going to offer a few other poses. So again, you can keep staying here in yogic squat, putting your heels down now with hands at heart. Or if you'd like to do headstand, put your forearms on the mat, then interlace the fingers, place the knees down, place the back of the head in the palms, somewhere between the forehead, somewhere between the crown of the head and the back of the head. Then lift the hips, walk the toes up, and you can lift one foot and the other are both. So our forearms are parallel, and there's really not weight in our head, it's in our forearms. Giving the opportunity so we can practice some inversions in this. Or like I said, stay in yogic squat. If you're in headstand and want to do this, you can do an L shape, point your toes. For 5 breaths, then come back up. Oh, I can't do that one. And then slowly come back down. The goal is to just gently touch down, not plop. Place the knees and meet me in child's pose. So if you're in yogic squat, come into child's pose next. I'm going to give you the opportunity for another one. This one I usually do against the wall. Maybe I'll try it. Could be a disaster. Come back to that forearm position. Have your eyes focus at the space between your thumbs. Lift your hips. And you can lift one leg or the other. You can do some little hops. Or you can come into a forearm. I told you there was a high chance for crashing there. That might be a good one to practice against the wall. Actually, I'll go ahead and demonstrate it against the wall. Being willing to try new things. So against the wall, your fingertips are about 3 inches from the wall. Same things, we focus between the thumbs. And that was better for me. Nice and done. Okay. So you're either in child pose or yogic squat. Let's come back to child pose for those who've been doing challenging new things. This one, bring knees together. Bring your hands back by your hips and let your shoulders drop over the knees. So we get a nice opening between those shoulder blades after all that poses that took a lot of strength in our shoulders. Let's take the time to really melt here. From here, slowly roll up. And then, I'm just going to do some, yeah, we'll do it. Come back here, roll up, and come into a squat. First on the balls of the feet with knees up. And then with heels down, knees up, then heels down. And then lift the hips for forward fold. From forward fold, we'll round up. Pausing here to equilibrate. Then let's place the weight into the left foot. Bring that right knee up and squeeze it in as tight as you can. swinging it through, back to warrior three. And back through. And if you can, to tree pose with hands at heart. Step the right foot down. Bring the left knee up. Wrap both hands around the shin and pull that in. Then release, kick that left heel out. Hands on hips to make sure they're level. Swing the left leg through, back to warrior three. Swing the left knee back up and then plant it for tree pose, hands to heart. Celebrating our balance. And if you wiggle and you fall, just keep coming back. What we don't practice, we never can get better at. So if I don't practice the things I can't do yet, I'll never be able to do them, right? Same. So what if you fall over? That's part of the practice. It may take 10,000 times before you're like, oh, I got it. Go ahead and step that foot down if you haven't already. We are going to come to a seated position. So go ahead and just slide your hands down and come to your bottom. Any way that feels right. Stretch out your legs. We could do a twist here to kind of squeeze everything out. Let's bring the left foot up and then slide the left foot under toward the right hip so that this knee reaches forward, and then bend the right knee. So you can stay here, or you can bring that right foot to the opposite side of the left. I think you can see what I'm doing here. Yep. So we can have it here or here. And then we're going to turn to the right. When this right hand comes behind, you can look over that right shoulder. This left hand comes to the foot, the floor. You can hug the shin, the thigh to the belly. You can also do a bind. Just discovered. Maybe yes, maybe no. Where you put your hand through that hole, then bring the right hand around and behind. It's a new bind. I didn't know about. And slowly untwist, bring the hands to the opposite side. Put your ear to the ground and come back up to release that one. And then switch sides, hands back. Whoop. And just do the quick switch. So now we have right knee pointing forward, right foot at left hip, left foot on one side or the other of the thigh. Lift through the crown. Again, hug the thigh or go a little further. You decide where that right arm and hand go. And inviting you to play with the new bind if you want. So it appears I can do it on this side. And release the bind if you're bound. Slowly untwist, bring your hands to the right side. You kind of like a right ear to the ground and back up. A little push up, untwist, and straighten the legs in front of you. Let's do forward fold here. Fix my computer screen again. buying myself a new computer for Christmas. Because this one is losing its goodness. Lifting, if you're probably already in forward fold, lift through the crown of the head, reach the hands forward, grab where you can grab, bend the knees a little if that feels right, even putting a block or a prop under them, and folding as much as you can in half and then relaxing. Come on back up. Bring the right knee with you. Come into that same tree pose or maybe half lotus. Bringing that right foot into the left hip crease. Binding it if you want by bringing the right hand around and grabbing the toe here, big toe here. And then we're going to forward fold. So you don't have to bind this. You can grab both hands to the foot or just the left hand. Opening the hips. Come on back up, straighten the right leg, thank that knee. Again, tree pose or half lotus on this side. Bind if you want to bind. Right toes up. And then forward fold. And come on back up, release this knee, bend it, straighten it out. Go ahead and bend both knees and roll on down to your backs. I think on Tuesday we did shoulder, stand, and plow, so we won't do those today since we did the other inversions. Here I invite you to rock side to side, making little circles with your knees or big circles. You're going to roll up and back, side to side. And then putting one hand on each shin, pull them in as close to the body. And then let's stretch out this left foot and have it hover over the earth. Lift the head and look down at that left toe. And bring this left hand as far down that left thigh as you can. Keep pulling the right shin in. And then let's curl the toes and flex and curl and flex. Curl, reach a little further, flex. And then bring the left knee back up, head down, squeeze them both in. Big sigh. Now we're going to reach the right foot to hover. Right hand reaches down the thigh. Lift the head. Reach as far as you can. And then we're going to curl the toes and flex the ankles. Curl and point. Reach up, fingertips down. Flex. Curl and point. And flex. And set it down. Head down. Knees up. Rock and roll. Go ahead and place the feet down. elbows, fingertips up. We'll do this just a tiny bit different than usual. Feet hip width apart, and then we're gonna tuck the tail and slowly roll up, all the way up, and all the way down. Really paying attention to those vertebrae. Tuck the tail, one at a time, super slow, 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 all the way up to the shoulder blades. Lifting, 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 and then shoulder blades come down, upper back, mid back, tailbone. That middle back is where I have trouble. I kind of clunk there. See if you have a place where you clunk me and you just are like, boop. Really see if you can articulate them again. Tailbone, one by one, by one, by one, by one. Keep going, keep going, keep going, and then hold. Your hands should be by your hips. Keep holding, feeling that strength coming from behind. And then see if you can go slow, 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 slow. And all the way down. Nice job. Windshield wiper those knees. Letting the hands rest on the belly, knees go to the right. And pause. Breathe into your fingertips here. Meaning belly breathe, really fill that belly out using that diaphragm. Knees come up and rock to the left. Right knee is almost pointed straight down. And then belly breathe on this side. One more breath here. The knees both up. Bring the knees back in. Bring the hands to the outside of the feet. Pull those knees in for happy baby. And then extend through the heels for wide angle. Back to happy baby variation. Back to wide angle. And then staying with happy baby and rocking and massaging that back one more time. Bring knees together, ankles together, and the big toes. If you want to keep holding onto those feet, you can, and lift your nose toward your knees, pulling it in and in. Being small. And then let us stretch out all the way to Shavasana. Palms are up, feet fall open. Limbs are quite often off the mat. Now that we're in a chillier time of year, maybe you want a blanket, an eye pillow. Maybe you want to bolster under your knees to support our lower back. And as you're here in Shavasana, this final resting pose, feel the weight of your back body melting into the mat, noticing the parts that touch the mat. Notice how subtly on every exhale, a little bit more melts into the mat. Resting the muscles of the face, the jaw, muscles around the eyes, the forehead. Relaxing the palms and the soles of your feet, fingers and the toes. I'll read the poem one more time and then we'll rest in our Shavasana. Permission to be free. A slow and steady flow of breath focuses awareness as inner concentration grows. A hidden landscape flows into view. Sensations, emotions, thoughts, and what lies beyond all these, the source of light and energy, becomes clear. Steadiness and ease are key, and so is permission to be free of rules and old beliefs. It takes years of discipline to know what rules to break, what ritual to upend next, and when simply sitting with a quiet breath is the best step I can take. I'll mind the time as you rest. I invite you to stay here in Shavasana as long as you can. Maybe you have some nice yoga music playing. You just want to rest here for 10 minutes or so. But if you're ready to close, bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly as you begin to bring awareness again to the breath. Inhale here. Exhale now. Recognizing the sacredness of this body that you've been blessed with, to care for, to love, to cherish. Go ahead and stretch those hands over the head. One more pencil-like stretch. Roll to the right side. Bring your head to your upper arm. Bring your knees toward your chest. Pausing here in gratitude for all that life has blessed us with. And if possible, bring a little gratitude for those challenges that have made us stronger, made us who we are. Made us appreciate this moment right here, right now. Go ahead and push yourself up to that seated position. This time we bring our hands together, palm to palm, thumbs resting lightly on the heart, the chest. Inhale through the nose with a long, slow breath, and on the exhale we make some noise. Use those vocal cords, engaging that chakra with an ooh, an ah, an om, and amen. One more time, you decide. That light, that spirit in me honors that in every single one of you. Thanks for showing up. Leave me a note so I know you've been here. And have a great weekend. Namaste.